المسلمون الجدد في بريطانيا أصبحوا يشعرون بالخجل من كونهم بريطانيين.
Many people know I am a British Muslim, and all people keep saying to me is, "Oh, what side are you on? Which side are you on? Who do you choose? Are you not embarrassed to be Muslim in these times now?" I am beyond embarrassed to be British. I have never been so embarrassed to be British in all my life.
مسلمة جديدة تجد صعوبة الانتقال من دين تعلمته من الصغر إلى دين آخر بتعاليم جديدة، ولا يوجد من يعلمها غير إحساسها بالحق.
All right, Muslim talk. So I have a question. I just did my salah. Can I do that any time? I have my time set as alarms on my phone. And then obviously it's Ramadan, so I have an alarm to wake up before the first one, which I don't remember the name of. It's day one as a revert. I'm just learning everything, and I'm trying to learn as much as possible in as little time as possible. And I don't have my coverings. I have like a t-shirt and my pajamas on that are full length, but I don't have something covering my feet, and my arms are bare. So I just like wrapped myself in this, and then have my bonnet. So I have my hijab coming tomorrow, and my full covering the arms, legs, feet, everything. I have all that coming tomorrow. I got next day shipping on Amazon because I needed it. So I did my salat, and I figured out, I downloaded an app so I knew which way to face. I'm currently facing that way. So I have a question. Can I just pray whenever? Like outside of the 5 times that I have dedicated to prayer? Because, so I took a shower, washed everything, cleaned everything, and then put new clothes on. Everything is clean. And then I did my nightly prayer. I tried to go to bed, but my worries were keeping me up, so I just kept repeating to myself, you know, Allahu Akbar, he's greater than all these worries that I have. But now I'm wondering, did I do something wrong? Can I pray to Allah whenever I want? Like, so I come from a Christian household, so I don't know. I just don't want to do things wrong. And I'm trying to go slow, but I'm also trying to learn as much as I can. Yeah, and I'm trying to follow as much as people as I can who are Muslim, or rather revert Muslim. So I'm a revert Muslim, and it hasn't even been 24 hours yet. I only have this bonnet as my hair covering, and I just figured I would get a blanket as my covering. I do have tattoos on my hands, and I want to, so I also have nail polish, and I feel like I should take that off. But then I've also seen other Muslims that frequently get their nails done. So I know there's a lot of different sects. I have a lot of questions, and I did contact whyislam.org to answer a bunch of questions, and also to help me find a mosque near me so that I can go in person and ask questions. But yeah, I got a lot of questions. But anyways, yeah, this is all new to me, but it's very great, and my cat is here, and she is helping me, and she is great. I started having some anxiety, and so I just started repeating, Allahu Akbar. God is greater than, he is the greatest. He is greater than all these things that I have in my head, all this depression. He is greater than. And she came and sat on me while I said my 33 times, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to get up and I'm going to pray. So then I Googled it to make sure I was saying the right thing. I downloaded the app to make sure I was facing the right way. Did the things, and then the head. I'm still learning. And I'm so sorry if I'm doing anything wrong. Please help me learn. Yeah, but thank you so much for listening to all of this. Thank you.
سيدة أجنبية أسلمت منذ 5 سنوات تحذر المسلمين الجدد من الإنصات إلى الناس داخل المجتمع الإسلامي.
So I have been following Islam for 5 years now, alhamdulillah. And here are 3 things that I think are super important to know if you're someone who is interested in learning Islam, or if you've already converted but you're still pretty new to the religion. Number 1, do your research. I cannot emphasize it enough how important it is to learn about what it is you're following and learn the reasons behind what you're following, especially if you're being intertwined with the Muslim community and being exposed to a lot of different cultures and a lot of different practices. Sometimes people are following things that are not Islamically acceptable, but it's cultural, and then they claim that it's Islamic. So just make sure you do your research. Number 2, don't let people convince you that you're not Muslim enough or that you don't know what you're talking about, especially if you hold a belief or an opinion that goes against the popular opinion of Muslims, okay? I see this a lot with reverts. I'll see other Muslims bashing on them, being like, oh, what a typical revert, they don't know Islam. So do not let people convince you that you're uneducated or you just don't know enough because you're a revert. Lastly, this is the last, but I think it's the most important. If you're truly thinking about following Islam, the number 1 thing that you should be focusing on is learning how to pray. Learn the translation of what you're saying, know the meanings behind it, start praying. It is the foundation of your faith. As long as your prayers are good.
مسلم جديد يرد على الأجانب الذين يتدمرون من قدوم المسلمين إلى بلدهم وتحويل الكنائس إلى مساجد.
I'm sick of all these Muslims coming to our country, turning our churches into mosques. The truth is, to be a Muslim, you have to believe in Jesus. Not only do we believe in Jesus, we believe in the virgin birth. We believe he performed miracles like healing the sick and raising the dead. We also believe that Jesus is the Messiah and he will return to defeat the Antichrist, which in Islam we call the Dajjal. And did you know Jesus is actually mentioned more times in the Quran than Prophet Muhammad himself, may peace be upon them both. So in Arabic, Jesus' name is Isa, the name I took when I became a Muslim. In 1995, I was born into an atheist household. In 2011, I became a Christian. I got baptized on my own accord because I found God and my first love was Jesus. In 2023, I converted, or we say reverted, to Islam. And in this Ramadan, I'm going to be talking more about what unites Christians and Muslims rather than divides us, as well as common misconceptions about Islam and just some general things that I find interesting. Assalamu alaikum everybody, and follow me for more.
مسلمة جديدة كانت تعتقد أن الصلاة 5 مرات في اليوم ستكون صعبة، لكنها اكتشفت أن الصلاة أكثر من التزام، وأنها فرصة لإخبار الله عن يومها.
I am Muslim and I have to pray 5 times a day, but today I am not in a mood to pray. I used to think 5 times a day, 5 times a day, I could never. But I discovered that it's so much more than just an obligation. It's so special that Allah asks me to tell him how I'm doing 5 times a day. Prayer helped me to get out of my depression because 5 times a day I'm thinking about what I'm grateful for in this life. And of course, sometimes I lay on the couch and I'm like, I'm not in a mood to pray today. And then I always think about something that a wise man once told me. He asked me, Selma, what separates us from the animals? And I couldn't answer him. Then he said, it's our own choice to do something that we don't feel like doing, but we do anyway because we know it's good for us. When my parents divorced, I was homesick for a house that wasn't there anymore. But then I realized I don't need a physical home because Allah is my home and He's with me anywhere in the world.